At center, Jonas Valanciunas. At guard, C.J. McCollum. Time to meet your starting five. At forward.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks for joining us as we start the new season. Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. Allie, it's all yours.
Kyrie Irving draws praise from Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups, who said, quote, "As somebody that played the point guard, I think Kyrie's the most skilled player that's ever played the position. His shot making is incredible, and he's a better passer than people give him credit for. He's a wizard." Brian, that says a lot.
Sure does, Allie. Thank you. Here's a look at what's coming up for the New Orleans Pelicans. On Friday, they'll go up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. A look at the starting group for the Pelicans. Zion and Valanciunas playing up front. C.J. McCollum is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, Irving and Curry, they man the backcourt together. Nicholas Claxton out there with Royce O'Neal, and it's Durant in at the 3. Well, Grant, everyone is excited for this season opening contest. That includes the fans, but even more so the players.
Well, there's nothing like a season opening contest. Yeah, both teams would love to kick things off with a big win, so expect to see them giving their all on the floor here tonight.
And those assist numbers have always been there for Kyrie, spotting an open teammate that time.
And a deep 3 from McCollum. Claxton with a rebound.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
You know, it seems like the Nets and KD played the will they or won't they all summer long, but no deal was found, and KD is giving it another shot with the Nets. Now, there just didn't seem to be a deal that was right to move Durant.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
No question. He is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor. It is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Here's Ingram. Rebound Brooklyn.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play. Just a bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
From the arc. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Well, McCollum just catching the defense asleep right there. I don't know why you would be. CJ's such a devastating scorer.
Outside Curry from downtown. Kept alive. O'Neal misses the layup.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
From 20 feet. Again, the Pelicans good for 2.
C.J. McCollum can go from second gear to fourth gear and back to second gear. A defense's nightmare.
On the wing, Curry to stop the run. The shot won't fall. And it's New Orleans taking it the other way. Here's Jones. And he buries his first look.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Brooklyn has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
All right, some time here to take a look at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the league's top shooting squads from last year. 4th, the Nets.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
Here's Irving. McCollum with some nice D. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. An area where the Pelicans squad performed well this past season was on the glass.
Yeah, defensively and offensively. Now, they know how important it is to secure those loose balls, and making it a priority helped them all season long.
Here's Curry after the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago. Ingram against Irving. Shoot from the baseline, and that one's long.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's growing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And down it goes. 2 points.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable. He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
And the shot goes in.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot-up three-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And the rise of the internet has helped give players their own voice. But now with podcasts and other streams, Grant, they're also able to monetize their voice.
Yeah, players understand the value of their voice and also how to monetize that. Speaking directly to their fans, to their customers, using these different platforms. You know, I think broadcasters need, I think you and I need to have a podcast, B.A.
For sure. I know we can't afford you, though.
That might be true.
Here's McCollum. Banked it in off the glass. McCollum's got 13.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
Though not the biggest guy or the strongest guy on the floor, Kyrie a master of finishing after contact.
And that was the mobile one drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day. They have no answer defensively inside.
To the paint. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate. Oh, and last summer, Ben Simmons had surgery on a herniated disc. I'm not a back expert. You know, I'm more of an ankle guy. But hard to be effective when that area is just not right.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Pelicans getting their last shot to go. And that one's good. Irving.
Kyrie just has nasty grips on that basketball. Cuts through the defense that time.
And a deep three from McCollum. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Warren's checked in for Claxton. Harris comes in for Durant. Thomas, he's checked in for Curry. And it's Mills in for Kyrie Irving. Hayes against Mills. Here's Murphy. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Harris. 13 feet out. Pelicans cleared away.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Outside Warren. Lets it go from deep. And that's not going to go. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Pelicans ahead, up by 16. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment.
Your next
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Okay, on the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. We've got Willie Hernan-Gomez. Herb Jones out there with Larry Nance. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard.
Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Well, with all the trade requests over the last year, the Nets started to seem like a sinking ship. But with KD still on board, a chance to stay on course, he's invested so much in this team. I'm glad to see him remain in Brooklyn.
Down low. Here's Warren. Hernan-Gomez with a rebound. New Orleans has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Right at the free throw line. And it's Alvarado missing. And for the Nets, they're shooting just 35% from the floor. Pass to Simmons. To the middle. Here's Mills. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. Mills has gotten his first points in this one. For New Orleans, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Alvarado. Second chance shot. And Hernan-Gomez with the lay-in. And the Pelicans lead by 18.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
O'Neal takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Here's Daniels. Nice form on the 20-footer. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Outside Mills. Drives to the hoop, and the layup is good. Mills has gotten 4 this quarter.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Claxton, he's checked in for O'Neal. Durant comes in for Ben Simmons. Curry, he's checked in for Harris. And Kyrie Irving is subbed in for Mills. Now here's Warren. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And it's Irving missing.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
That shot off. And Brooklyn going the other way now. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. Offline with a baseline jumper.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Graham, that's good.
Graham with a textbook pull-up that time.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter.
A fun fact about Devontae Graham while we're here. In 2021, he set the record for the longest buzzer-beating, game-winning shot in history. That one came from 61 feet.
Here's Graham following the bucket by the Nets. Basket's good.
Graham, not just a jump shooter, getting inside to find 2.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Outside Durant. Launches it. Rebounded by Ingram. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one. Well, a 60-foot-plus shot is certainly a mark of Graham's accuracy.
I love that, B.A. That's just like a stamp for Devontae Graham to tell you, didn't you see my 61-footer? I can shoot it from anywhere. And guess what? He often does.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Ingram. Again, the Pelicans good for 2.
No one's stopping Brandon Ingram when he's in that pull-up game. He's just too long.
Outside Warren. The 3 is up. Offensive rebound.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Here's Williamson. Claxton with a rebound.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
To the paint. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Graham, that's good. Graham's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Here's Curry, the kick to Durant. Lets it go from 14. Outside Warren, beyond the arc. No luck on that one. And New Orleans will come the other way. Here's Nance. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one.
Capable from that kind of range, Larry Nance Jr. effective at using that area of the floor on that possession.
Now here's Irving. 7 points in the game. Right side Curry. The three. That one is off. New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. The three from Valanciunas. The rebound by the Nets.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Yeah, with how much attention Durant draws, he's a skilled passer, and he'll make it happen.
And that one's good. Ingram.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Durant's shot is off.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Williamson. Kevin Durant pulls it in. Left side Irving. Jacks up a three. Unable to get that one. And so it's New Orleans, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. Well, it's clear the defensive focus was to shut down Kyrie Irving, because so far it's working. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. What a battle we're witnessing tonight at the point guard position.
The league is so full of elite point guards. We get to see incredible matchups every night. You can't ignore the skill that both of these guys have shown in the first half.
Yeah, they're trying to one-up each other each time up the floor. This is great to watch.
And getting to that first half, CJ McCollum was just flat out awesome.
He's hitting all the buckets. When you got a guy this hot, just got to let him do his thing.
Yeah, no question. His thing is working, running wild. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, you know, CJ McCollum has been really making an impact here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
CJ McCollum.
Irving and Curry, they man the backcourt together. Royce O'Neal is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Steve Nash as we begin the second half. Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
And this is exactly what you love to see. Up big, not letting up, keep on applying pressure to their defense.
You know, Kyrie's such an unpredictable player in a lot of ways, but when he's on, there's few players in the league that can match up with his pure scoring ability.
Both free throws good from Irving.
Well, even after it appeared that there was a falling out, Kyrie Irving remains a Brooklyn Net. Now, I suppose cooler heads prevail, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Irving on the move here in the near future.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Irving with it. He's got 9. Outside Durant. Three-pointer. Pelicans cleared away.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Basket counts.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Pass to O'Neal. On the wing, Durant. This one for 3. Rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
Well, all night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
The size advantage gives them a clear path to the shot.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Shot's good by McCollum. McCollum's got 23 points.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Irving for 3. They get it again. Durant, and that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, KD depositing that second chance bucket, and most of that coming because of his length.
So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Ben Simmons is checked in for Claxton. Harris comes in for Durant. Thomas, he's checked in for Curry. And Sumner's subbed in for Kyrie Irving. He drops it from range.
Coming out of the break red hot. I mean, they have yet to miss a shot.
Pass to Sumner. Inside. Here's O'Neal. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
And another one falls for New Orleans. And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
So it's Brooklyn now. After the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago, O'Neal, and he goes in for the dunk.
Catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target. Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Here's Sumner, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. McCollum with a steal. Over Harris. And it comes off the front of the rim. Brooklyn's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Down low. And stolen by Jones. And he banks in the layup. Jones has got 7 now in this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Well, it almost feels like we didn't get to see the real Pelicans last year with a superstar out all season, Brent.
Well, BA, I might tell you that you did. I mean, Coach Green did a heck of a job in his first year bringing these guys together. And look, if I was on the sidelines and I was a guy who could propel this team moving forward, I would want to be a part of that kind of success.
TJ Warren, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Mills comes in for Thomas.
And Graham not afraid to go inside and finish through traffic. Skilled at using his body. A nice job to shield himself from the D.
Here's Sumner. And again, it's the Nets missing. Mills against Hayes. Shoots over Mills. Here's Nance. And he battles for the ball, gets his second chance bucket.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
The Nets have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Harris. Let's go with a 3. Murphy pulls it in.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Here's Graham. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
The people upstairs in Brooklyn have been making some very interesting moves trying to put together a championship caliber team.
Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for Sumner. And a change for the Pelicans. Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for Hayes.
When you think of Graham, he's a potent shooter from the outside, and he can get hot. Someone who really helps space the floor.
Screen by Claxton. Warren with the ball, guarded by Valanciunas.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the three ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Durant, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Curry comes in for Mills. Ingram's checked in for the Pelicans. For three, Durant. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm. They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
C.J. McCollum has been leading the charge for the New Orleans Pelicans. 25 points and counting for him. They have relied heavily on his offense. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Brooklyn's shooting 37% from the floor at this point. So for the Pelicans right now, we've got Devontae Graham, and it's Alvarado in at point. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And the front office for Brooklyn has said they need selfless players who want to be there and are available.
Well, B.A., the message is pretty clear. After Kyrie Irving missed most of last year due to personal choices, the Nets want all hands on deck this go-around.
Here's Thomas, driving to the basket. Good on the bucket. Thomas has gotten his first basket of the night.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Graham, that's good.
Yeah, and one of the smallest guys on the floor, and Devontae Graham is having the biggest impact on the offensive end.
Thomas, they get the rebound. Doesn't go that time. New Orleans is shooting almost 70% from the floor. Sensational. Here's Graham, goes back up, and count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
He may not have the size of the other rebounders up there, but that speed can help Devontae Graham pick a few up.
Mills, he's checked in for Claxton.
Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it.
That's to Sharp. And here's Edwards. From deep. Rebounded by New Orleans. Hernan Gomez has got his 6th rebound on the night. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Grant, you played on a Suns team whose training staff was renowned. Is that still a differentiator between teams, or has everybody caught up and on the same level now?
You know, B.A., I think everyone's caught up. You know, 15 years ago, the Suns training staff was ahead of their time. But now teams are all much more sophisticated. They understand injury prevention, rest, recovery, really aiding the players, and I think adding years for players in the back end of their careers.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
He's not the quickest guy out there, but he can outsmart you and outwork you.
Pass to Thomas. Now here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
New Orleans foul. Devontae Graham. First personal foul, team second.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Brooklyn making some changes. O'Neal, he's checked in for Edwards. And Harris is subbed in for Sumner. Now here's Mills. Harris right side. Hey, we've heard a lot of coaches say, including Warriors coach Steve Kerr, about load management. If you want to see the Stars play more often, cut the schedule back, maybe 72 games. Grant, your thoughts?
You know, B.A., this is a problem and a concern, I think, for the league. You go back 20, 30 years ago, Stars played every night when available. Now you're not seeing that with the workload and the back-to-back and the concern with players and their safety and the amounts of money they make over their contracts. 72 games is a possibility, but I prefer to keep it at 82. Maybe I'm just a traditionalist. A slow start for him, but making amends here in the second half.
To the inside. Here's Thomas. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 7 rebounds in the game. Graham, that's good. Graham's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's how he's going to beat the contact. Graham using that agility.
Pass to Sharp to the middle. Here's Thomas. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And Alvarado gets it to go.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Here's Thomas. Hey, from beyond the arc. Nance pulls down the board. Now here's Hernan Gomez, hounded by Harris. And it's New Orleans with another.
Hernan Gomez shooting it right now with confidence. Never be a stretch big in the league, but looking comfortable there.
Pass to Thomas. And here's Harris. Three-pointer. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Pelicans.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for C.J. McCollum.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Right wing. Back to Mills. Here's O'Neal. Tries to save it. Pass to Harris. And it's off from three-point range. Sharp. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul, 3rd team.
First one falls for him.
At the line, D-Ron Sharp. And out the line.
Both shots good from the strike. 27 seconds left in the final quarter. Hernan Gomez inside, and as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession.
Coming onto the floor for your Knicks, Kevin Durant.
19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And Alvarado gets it to go.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Now Durant. And so New Orleans takes this one by a large margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off.